under live action. Here's Nolan Hickman with the basketball.
They expect both teams to try to push in transition, try to get early opportunities, and then at this point of the year, you're still working on base offensive sets, so continuity ball screen, which has become prevalent in today's college, to get a certain guy a look, but really it's about getting comfortable today.
I know who I missed. Number 3, Luka Krajnovic. He won the skills competition a little bit earlier. There's Stromer. Pavle's little run
This
big.
Gonzaga team has really good size. Reminds me a little bit size-wise of that national title appearance team with Suggs and Nembhard, Kispert, who had great size across the board. Out of Croatia, plays a lot of point guard in his native land. Also should play a 50 player coming out of high school. A very talented, good shooter. He's got a high release. His footwork has improved in the first couple months here in Spokane, but you know, I think he's got a chance. Ooh. As you see him coming out of the player. Reminds me a lot of 2 former Zags, Richie Fromm and Corey Kispert.
Boy, that was some quick feet on the rise, and there's a great dish inside. Ben Gregg to Krajnovic, and it's 4-2 blue. There's Dusty again, kept the grip, and now Nembhard the drive, bounce, Huff, the finish, and a chance for 3.
That's one thing that, you know, Huff can provide is an interior presence. He's a big that can pick and pop, shoot it well, as evidenced by being in the 3-point shootout, but what you see there is great hands.
Jump hook won't go. Steele Venters with the rebound on the move. Left it for Nembhard. Nembhard the drive. Nembhard trying to go to Braden.
It's all about getting on the same page, understanding when a big is like Huff, who can shoot a little bit, is going to pop versus roll. That time a little confusion between the two of them.
Braden Huff, the defense on the inside, but called for a foul.
Crash at the peak of his NBA career, a Blazer as well as a New Jersey net.
Transition opportunity, Krajnovic. The lane as Venters tried to go up and block it. And it's 7-5, and Luka looking tough going to the rim.
That's the
spins to the bucket, missed it. Anton Watson with those tough hands. Anton will take it alone down the lane, and it's blocked by, who was that? Pavle Stosic. And Anton perfect on the first.
You touched on Anton coming back for his 5th year. Had other opportunities, went to the G League Combine to go through the physical testing and the skill work there, and realized he wasn't quite ready in the eyes of the next level scouts. Also had chances to maybe put his name in the portal, but at the end of the day, he's a Spokane area kid, and he's ready to make an impact again for Gonzaga.
Let it rip.
Shot that with no hesitation.
10-7, Ben Gregg, the offensive rebound, putback is good.
6'3", but everyone else, you know, you're looking 6'5" and up across the board. Krajnovic as a backup point guard at times is about 6'5".
Anton backing his way in, jump hook good. Anton Watson with 4.
Shows the experience.
Now out of Los Angeles, 6'7", 215, wearing number 25. Hickman.
Whoa, what a
down
split.
The lane. Split the defenders. Here's Anton. Watson. Anton talked to him the other day, and he's like, I got to shoot the 3 better. And he is.
Shot it with no hesitation. And when you catch and shoot just as instinctual as that one, it is more rhythmic and gentle.
And a run it down in the corner. Nembhard was there defensively, and now Anton.
The runner.
Driving. And a jump hook runner. Anton Watson with 9.
What a pass.
And the finish, now it's up and down. This is the Zag team we're going to see. They're going to score 90 a game again, aren't they?
Well, they've led the country in scoring each of the last 3 years. And mention it to Ryan Nembhard. I'm sure we'll make that mistake at some point this year as Hickman knocks down the 3. But
thanks for the compliment. But obviously they get up and down the floor, Dan. There isn't like it's one pass and score. They're not moving a ball around. They're just going at the rim. This team might score 120 a game.
I mean, Gonzaga always wants to get up and down the floor, as you alluded to, but
it's like 8 seconds of
they've
possession.
Also traditionally been one of the best teams.
Now the blue team shooting 38% from the floor, white team 50% from the floor. Anton Watson has 10, Braden Huff leading everybody with 11.
You are correct. You know, I mean, without
put it on
Graham
the calendar,
Ike,
ladies and gentlemen.
Without Graham Ike in, who I would imagine will be the starter on the interior. It's a chance, though, for Huff to really under him and get comfortable.
Krajnovic, a little stop and hesitation, and then blew by for the lay-in. Braden Huff. Boy, wow. Dan, he's
want to be able to learn how to do everything in regards to your program, player development, recruiting, game management. These young coaches learn to do everything within a program, and Brian's a great example of being able to do all those things.
Really liking what I'm seeing from Nolan Hickman so far. And Braden.
They had a handicap. It was at about a 4.5.
Dan hurt his toe and he can't play golf. Here's Gregg missed. Anton Watson, go ahead. Story, Dan.
With Coach Few, you don't turn his competitiveness off. He's become one of the best coaches in the history. Wide shoulders, can score through contact.
Luka Krajnovic called for that personal foul. A little too physical with his defense. Boy, if he's a defensive guy, he's going to be a stud. We've seen the offense on display, but if he can really defend. Trying to front inside right now. Nembhard falling away. Ryan Nembhard with his first field goal.
Creativity with the dribble and then creating space. He's one of those guys where if the offense breaks down and the shot clock's winding down, he can create something for himself.
Colby Brooks up high for the rebound. 38-30, the white team up in front.
Nice pass.
Into the corner. Krajnovic. White team with 10 points. Krajnovic has 9. Braden Huff leading all scorers with 17. Nembhard drives. Got all the way in there, but there's Krajnovic again. At what point in the preseason practice scrimmage schedule, Dan, do you get tired of playing against one another and want to go play games?
First regular season game of the year now. I mean, these guys have been going against each other since June.
Here's Jun Seok Yeo. Gregg trying to get open. Anton Watson lines up the 3. Anton Watson now 2 for 2 from downtown. He's got 13.
I like the fact that he's shooting the perimeter shot with little hesitation.
Venters corner 3. Steele's got to find weren't his typical shot. That was a rhythm 3.
Yeah, he's a shooter, and you know, it's one of those things where it's just a matter of getting comfortable with where his shots are going to come within this offense. Hickman, another split on a pick and roll to a nice runner, but I think Venters is going to be a big threat from the perimeter this year.
And there's a great bucket at the other.
Years or so, they were in the title game a season ago playing against UConn, and Gonzaga plays UConn again, the defending national champs in Seattle. So lots of opportunities to bolster Gonzaga's net leading into Selection Sunday. And we didn't even mention going to Kentucky and playing out at Rupp Arena, year 2 of a 6-year series.
Krajnovic, the drive and the finish through the bigger Huff. June now on the move. Hickman calling for the ball, Nolan with it. Gregg turns and shoots. Bingo! Gregg.
And it doesn't have, it's not as impactful, the teaching at times, watching video from practice as opposed to when you see 6,000 people in the stands.
Under a minute to go now. Stosic handoff to Venters. The switch there. Brooks now on Steele. 10 on the shot clock. Stosic handoff to Stromer. Colby Brooks, the deflection, takes it away from Venters. Steele back defensively, shot up and good. Here's Venters. Step back, that's a 2. Braden Huff, offensive rebound, put back is good. Do it, but Huff with such soft hands. 52-38, going to be the final score. And now Coach Few has some tape to work with. And he's got some impressions to create.